Absolutely, absolutely they do. And one of the things now that they do a lot of is they educate us.
That's
So
true.
just at the dinner table, they'll bring up a topic, and so that not only are they learning at school, and like Quinn said, they're learning outside of school as well, but they have gotten to the point where they like to debate with us, and they teach us new things every day. So how can we as a community make education a priority early in life? What are your thoughts on
My
that?
thoughts on that is it starts with us as parents
Mm-hmm.
that we have to educate our kids a little bit more than what the school system does.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you take your average classroom size of 20 kids to one teacher, so there's a
Or more, 20 or
yeah,
more.
so that's a 20 or more to one ratio.
Mm-hmm.
So that teacher doesn't have time
Mm-hmm.
to concentrate on your child and pull the best out of your child.
Mm-hmm.
So when your child comes home, I think it's up to the parents
Mm-hmm.
to pull all that out of your kid, the potential
Mm-hmm.
that they may have.
Mm-hmm.
And the teacher may not have time to learn your child's learning habit. You
Mm-hmm.
know, whether it's listening or seeing or hands-on.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't have time to pick up on your child's learning habit. I think as a parent,
Mm-hmm.
it's up to us to figure out our child's learning habit and um, teach them that way, so they can grow and be more knowledgeable than their classmate.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I think as the parents, it's up to us to help our kids prosper.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I know some school districts or some schools may not have the resources
Mm-hmm.
either to give our kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
Limited resources.
limited resources. So you may go to a school that have the Chromebooks, the laptops, the iPads,
Mm-hmm.
compared to some schools that may not have those resources.
Mm-hmm.
So I think going back, like I said, the parents should have that hands on with their child.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so how do schools get those resources to have a better to be able to provide a better education for our kids, if like provide the Chromebooks, the iPads, and the books, or whatever the source may be to educate our kids more.
Yeah, so a lot of that is due to property taxes, which is really surprising. But if you live in an area that have higher property taxes, which are usually your higher income neighborhoods, then you have more money allocated to the school systems. And as opposed to if you live in lower socioeconomic areas, lower income neighborhoods, they have lower property taxes, which means less money going back into the school systems, which is really, really scary. Which means that those children have less resources. The teachers may not have everything they need to be successful to educate your child, even though they want to. So it all goes back to where you live, the amount of property tax that you pay out, that determines how much money will be allocated to the school systems in your area. Now, the state and federal funding comes into play as well. So some of the money comes from state and federal, and it helps mitigate or alleviate some of the concerns about limited resources, and they help compensate some of these schools with the lower resources, but it never seems to be enough. So it goes back to what you were saying, that as parents, we have to take an active role in our kids' future, which means that we have to push them through education.
So as as parents and as adults, when you pay your property taxes, just pay attention to the breakdown of where your taxes are going. and you probably will see that it's going to the school district and the amount. So that's just a key to something that you can just pay attention to when you pay your property taxes. Even if your district or what have limited resources, you can still do your part at home to help children or even help other children in your community to become educated more, to prosper better. Maybe you do have an old iPad, laptop, something of that nature, a book that you can donate to a child that may not have that same resource that other kids do. And just participate, be engaged, not only at your kid at home, but be engaged at school, PTA, after school programs, things of that nature. And I know most of you are going to be engaged on Friday night football, but we need more than that. We need you to be engaged Monday through Thursday also. Just have a boots on the ground and your ear just to know what's going on within your school district, within going on in your county. But just as an adult, as parents, always push your kids to become educated and take the higher route of education, because education is key.
And one other thing I wanted to say was the library. That's also a great place where you don't have to have any money to be able to give that resource of books to your children. So
yeah, because the library provides Wi-Fi and computers.
Yeah. And books.
And books.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. We do thank you for tuning in again on this segment about education. Always feel free to leave a comment. Have any questions, we'll be glad to answer to our utmost ability. And we thank you once more for tuning in to Red Velvet Experience. Thank you.